In grading optimization, you can implement multiple zones in a project. They can be apart from one another, adjacent, or overlapping. For this zone, we are creating an accessible zone overlapping a grading limit zone with a custom maximum slope constraint of 5%. Zones in grading optimization are ordered by priority. In the Grading Objects browser, zones listed at the top override constraint settings of all the zones beneath them. When we optimize this project, you can see that the slopes in the accessible zone are in the required range. Now, we will add a third zone to demonstrate a transition zone. This zone has a maximum slope constraint of 15%. This larger transition zone is currently above the accessible zone. It will then override the maximum slope constraint of the accessible zone, which overrides the grading limit zone. You can see this in the violation view. The triangles show a maximum slope constraint setting of 15% instead of the 5% that was set on the accessible zone. Now, when optimizing is underway, you can see in the slope view that the accessible zone is no longer white. This indicates that it is too steep according to the slope settings. We will now reorder the zones so that the accessible zone is above the transition zone. The violation view now shows the setting of the accessible zone as 5% on the red triangles. Now, when we restart the optimization, you can see slope changes when the elevation is exaggerated with the slider. Understanding that prioritization of the order of overlapping zones is important in finding a feasible optimization solution for your projects.